What's up, everyone? Today we're bringing you 5 tips and tricks from Marvel's Avengers to get you started on the right foot. These are going to be more all-around tips that are available throughout the game, although the first one is a bit campaign specific. I'll also be making a combat-focused version of this list, but again, this one's more all-around. So come back for that video in the future, and maybe like, subscribe, that'll make sure you get notified. Cool beans, let's go. Tip number 1, although you probably have a favorite hero that you want to play, you need to play all of them, especially if you're in the campaign. The campaign is going to rely on your ability to play all of the heroes to a decent degree, to at least understand their basic concepts, attacking, defending, etc. There's actually one that you unlock late in the game that you will be forced to play for an extended period of time, so make sure as soon as you unlock someone, play them. Best place to do this are the harm missions. Those allow you to learn about each and every character's basic skill set and then take that into a virtual reality world to go fight some baddies. Do all of those, all of them during the campaign to make sure you've got the skills as well as the levels on those characters to appreciate them and use their skills in combat. Thank me later. There are some additional quest chains for each of the heroes that get you their iconic look, and so for that you are going to want some levels on these heroes, again, so you've got some skills and you can actually appreciate their playstyle. Tip number 2, make sure you dodge. I know it's really tempting as a superhero to just go in and bash the enemy's brains in, and that's certainly how I play a lot of the levels. But once you unlock Black Widow, you're going to find the beauty in dodging. Not only do most of your enemies telegraph what they're going to do, but they actually color code those telegraphs to tell you exactly how to respond. If you see a blue circle, that can be easily interrupted. So go ahead and hit R2 or interrupt it somehow to make sure that that enemy doesn't hurt you. If the circle is yellow, it can be dodged or interrupted depending on what your skill set is. But if it's red, you have to dodge. It's the only way. It has to be a perfectly timed dodge to not get hit. So get good at dodging early. Use it early and often and learn just to be really good at timing what the enemy is going to do. It will not only save your life, but if you play people like Black Widow, my favorite, she powers up based on not taking damage, so you're gonna need it. A lot of your dodge abilities can actually get empowered by additional skills later on, so it's good just to get in the habit early. Dodge. Tip number 3. Don't waste your resources on low-level items. This game is a loot treadmill, like Destiny or Anthem or even Diablo in some ways. You're going to get loot often. So unless you feel that this loot is a big step up from where you were, or it's legendary so you know that you're gonna hold on to it for a while, just trash it. It is trash, or if it has a bigger number, put it on for a little while. If you spend your resources on the low-level items, you won't have those resources for the high-level items, and you won't have them for the vendor, which can sell pretty good stuff. If you're worried about just not having the right gear, go to the vendor. They have some good stuff to purchase, but you need resources to purchase it, so big brain time. You can also get lots of loot with tip number 4, explore the world. Places like the Chimera, which is your hub for all your missions, actually appear to refresh all of their loot boxes every time you unlock a new character. So explore everything in front of you. Make sure to find all those loot boxes, get all that loot, and level your characters up often. When you're out on missions exploring the world and you see all those little question mark pop-ups, chase them down if they're on your way. If you're playing multiplayer, you may not have the opportunity to chase these down as easily because your teammate may be hyper-focused on the core mission at hand, but if they're on your way, you might as well do them. It's free loot. And if you like playing the game, don't you just want to play the game? Exploring the world, killing enemies, finding those hidden loot boxes will reward you lots and lots of items, and that's what the game is all about, leveling up that equipment. You know you have a loading screen every time you finish a mission, so spend more time in the mission and you have less loading screens. It just makes sense. But of course, as we go out and we find all that loot, we need to go to tip number 5, equip your best stuff all the time. Again, much like Destiny and Anthem and all those other fun games, you have a number attached to your equipment, your item level. That item level is more important than your character level. That item level determines how powerful your enemies are and what level loot drops for you. It's constantly trying to drop things that are close to or a higher level than what you have equipped. So have your best stuff on always. Do not let the bigger numbers sit in your bag. That's only going to result in a slower loot grind for you. If you want to get up to power level 150, you're gonna need that loot attached to your character. Now, if it's only a level or two, maybe you can invest a little bit of resources just to push you over that line and not have to worry about it. But for the vast majority of your loot, put the bigger number on and delete the old stuff. There are some super tempting buffs on there. 33% critical chance if this one specific thing happens. Very tempting, but you're gonna get another piece of loot 5 or 10 minutes down the line, so don't get too attached. Unless it perfectly matches your playstyle, unless they mesh really well, and unless that number is at or near the top of the level available to you, don't invest resources, keep it equipped, and move on. You're gonna get better loot. It's also possible that your item level influences the faction gear. I've certainly seen that faction gear number goes up pretty much immediately after refresh when I come in with a higher level character. So I have a feeling if you want better loot from the faction, you need higher gear level. I don't know for sure, but it's possible. All right, this was the quick video for today. I know it's pretty short, but that's because I have a bunch of these coming out for you guys. Look forward to combat specific tips in the next video and character specific tips as I continue to level these up. The first one out the door will definitely be Black Widow because she's awesome. But we've got lots more coming for you in the future. If you want to be notified about that, make sure you like and subscribe. Do the YouTubey things. I may or may not be streaming this on Twitch, which link down below in the description. And if you've got any tips that you would like to offer the viewers of this video, drop it in the comments. I'll be sure to read it. Maybe I'll make a video of it. Who knows? Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end because it greatly helps my watch time, and we'll see you next time.